What is up? What is up, guys? This is the Merc with the mic, and it's another the Wrestling Babble podcast by Recyclo Inc. I'm Merc with the mic, joined by Louis Beans.
What is up? What is up?
I can't
About
speak.
to play that Mick Foley car crash.
I can't speak today. A lot of shit going on this week. A lot of wrestling. I went live to the Evolve show last week. Not last week, yesterday, and
Mm-hmm.
it was crazy. It was great. It was amazing wrestling. But I got to meet a lot of the wrestlers. Some of my favorite wrestlers: Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, Candice LeRae, Walter, Cassius Ohno, and Austin Theory. I also got to meet what's that Brazilian dude that fought Pete Dunne this
Talking
week.
about Rio?
Yeah, he was there. I honestly I didn't get to meet him, but I was like, yo, that match with Pete Dunne was amazing. Good, yo, I want to see more. Like, I told him that. Like, I complimented that match. That match was great.
He's really good, man.
Yeah,
He doesn't
yo,
say much, but he whoops a lot of ass. I know that,
nah,
and he's stylish
I
too.
gave him a handshake for that match. I was like, that match was great. Like,
All we need is a.
I didn't know your styles would work the way they worked. That style that they fucking worked good.
Yeah. All I'm saying is he needs to hook up with Capcom real quick. Get that DLC push.
Yeah,
Cause if you ever seen the costume for Street Fighter Five of Ryu with the beard
yeah,
with no gi top.
yeah.
If you make it bald, it's literally the same person. He looks just like him.
Yeah.
I sent that to Matthew because he was talking about him as well. That he looks like a Tekken character.
Yeah, he looks like
That's
he fits in that
what I'm saying.
category.
I, do you know if they televised that same show
Yeah,
or on any type of network or
this will
anything?
be on their WWN network probably next week.
Okay, so was anything broadcasting it live?
Yeah. Well, they were. If you bought the online pay per view.
I think Matthew was watching that from Botchamania, so he was putting up like tweets and stuff,
Okay.
and he was one of them.
Okay.
And so I guess he was watching that event live. That's cool.
Yeah.
Man, small ass world, man. Wrestling.
Yeah. 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 So the Evolve show was amazing. This is the second one we went to. We most likely gonna go to the third one in Queens. We actually
Hmm.
like the Queens one. We like the location. I think it's a cool location. We want to try the Brooklyn one, so we might do that one next.
Okay.
Usually they do Queens and Brooklyn like day by day. So there'll be one in Brooklyn, one in Queens, and they'll be simultaneously.
Okay. Cool.
They do it around Fort Hamilton area in Brooklyn.
I'm not familiar.
That's
What's
like on the F train towards the ocean, like Ocean Parkway, the highway over there.
what's what's the big place to go in that area?
I have no clue.
Okay. Okay. I'm just trying to get
It's
familiar.
I don't think it's that popular that it has something to go to.
Okay. Okay.
But I know they do it in like a Catholic. I know it's like a Catholic church that they do the show in.
So this is one of those infamous church shows. I've heard about wrestling being in strange places, and here you go.
Yeah, it's usually in there. It's a
Okay.
gymnasium and stuff, so it's a
Hmm.
pretty big area because it's a Catholic school, so usually they have a big gymnasium.
Yeah, big ass jam for them. Yeah, I
Yeah, so
remember. I used to actually go to Catholic school
okay.
from first to eight. So.
But we had a good time. Very good shout outs to Menu with the Opinion and my buddy
Yup,
Jacob
yup.
from my coworkers. We all went, had a really good time. And yeah, definitely recommend the Evolve shows. You had Cassius Ohno versus Walter there. They had Austin Theory versus Jack Briggs, which was
Hmm.
a solid match.
Wait,
Cash
Jack Briggs, as in Jackson Briggs, as
Jack's
in Mortal Kombat.
no, I think it's Jack
Oh,
Briggs or something like that. JD Briggs or something like that.
okay.
I
I'm
feel
about to
bad that I
say,
forgot
wait a
his name.
second, yo.
I feel bad I forgot his name, but for some reason he has one long short and one short short.
You mean his tights?
Yeah, it's weird.
He wants
But
to
other
show
than
off one of
that,
his calves.
yeah, he shows up one thigh.
Oh, those are high out. Oh
Yeah.
shit. Okay.
But it was good. It was a really solid match. You had a bunch of other matches on there, but those are the two highlighted matches. Those were the double main event for those shows.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Um, yeah, really fun match. Again, I got to meet Johnny Gargano. If you look at my Instagram, I took a picture of the autograph belt that they signed, and I
Awesome.
got to really talk to them and enjoy the time with it. And they were extremely nice. So well worth it. Well worth the price of admission. Well worth the experience.
Good stuff.
All right, going into
Wrestling.
more wrestling. We have our WWE Clash of Champions review. We'll do our weekend wrestling like we always do. We'll pick our highlights of the week of best matches and whatnot, and we go on from there. So let's do the Clash review.
Mm-hmm. Clash of
Um,
Champions
I
2019.
thought the pay per view wasn't a bad pay per view.
Nah, me neither. I
Eh,
thought I was gonna tell you earlier. I felt like it was akin to more of a except for the Fiend. Yes, we cannot forget that. But like that
yeah,
being the crowning moment of the pay per view, it felt more like just a regular show.
yeah.
You know what I mean? The
It
the cruiserweight match did feel spectacular, although the ending was a little
yeah,
because the dude's shoulder was up, like they caught that.
yeah,
But the match was amazing though.
yeah.
You know what? I'll be honest with you. Okay, we'll go through it, but I'll highlight the matches that did feel special.
Okay, because one thing I felt like this pay per view, it was a story driven pay per view.
Yeah,
Like
almost every match. Yes.
yeah, they were really
Yeah.
building on to the next one. This was not like a final start, a final end for a rivalry. This was gonna keep going to the next one,
Yeah.
and I think that's what most of these matches were.
Hmm.
All right, so kickoff match: WWE Cruiserweight Championship, Drew Gulak versus Humberto Carrillo and Lince Dorado.
It was an awesome match. Lindsay was on fire,
Yeah,
and Humberto was no slouch himself. You know, always the favorite. Drew Gulak. He
yeah,
managed to beat up everybody. And see, you saw the match.
yeah. I
I
did see
want
the
to ask
match.
you a feeling about how it wrapped up, meaning like the last few minutes, because it was really looking like Lindsay was gonna win,
Yeah, I
and
think that was
then
the purpose. It was supposed to look like Lindsay was gonna take the match.
yeah, like he really came out looking like a star. But aside from the obvious botch with the shoulder thing,
Yeah,
I want to say I don't like how it ended up, where it was just like an evasion into a German suplex pin.
yeah,
Like, why didn't he just do the gulag, or one of the cyclone twister or whatever? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I wasn't feeling that, but
yeah. I agree.
that literally is like the only part that hurt my score, because I wasn't gonna criticize for anything that wasn't out of their control.
Yeah,
I was just gonna be like, that was the one part that took me out of it, because just because of, we all know how Gulak wrestles. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like the way he's slick with it, the way, because and he likes to showboat with his stuff. You know what I'm saying? A German suplex pin isn't his move. You know what I mean? So I gave it a 4.5 anyway. It was still really good,
okay.
but that threw me off.
Yeah, I give it the same score. Like I liked most of the things I saw from the match. I think the ending was kind of wonky. I wasn't feeling it in that sense. But other than that, the match itself did bring a lots of positive, especially into that cruiserweight division. Seeing that is going to go into the NXT, which is we haven't even talked about that yet. But yeah, it was a good match. Gulak being champ, I'm still happy that he's champ. I think it's still good that he's going to be running it with that title. Let's say we'll get his chance.
I
I
hope
think
so. I
Roberto's
hope
going
so
to get his
too.
chance. I think they're both fully
Oh
talented to
wait,
do it.
wait, hold on. The aftermath of NXT actually now figures into the cruiserweight title picture,
Yeah.
because we'll have to get into that later. But that has to do with somebody returning and winning a certain match.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, so all right, there's gonna be a lot of stuff going on with that. I'm glad it's not going away. You know.
Yeah. It's not going away. And I think, I honestly, I think NXT is the perfect place for it.
Yeah.
Because I know NXT is going to capitalize on the NXT and on the 205 talent, and not only do they have to go for the 205 belt, but they could be going for the North American title. They could be going for the NXT championship
Yeah.
as well.
You're
And then
right.
you have so much talent besides the 205 guys. You have like Austin Miles. You have all these guys that could all cross
And
paths with each other as well.
the smaller crowd, I think, does that whole that whole little mini federation well. You know what I mean? Like the 205 Live stable
Yeah.
deserves a better crowd. You know.
Yeah, I
'Cause
agree.
remember, these guys were getting cheered. People were in tears during the Cruiserweight Classic and shit. It's the same guys. It's just they were put in half empty arenas.
Yeah.
People who were already finished watching matches. You know. So yeah, this would be
And
good.
they put them on like after the show. So it's
And
not
even though
even.
that, okay, do you remember, Mark, when they said they were gonna put him on before and they did it like for 1 week,
Yeah,
and then they just went back to putting it back after SmackDown?
yeah.
Like, that was a weird thing.
Yeah, I think I honestly I think it should have been a before show because I think it worked better that way, and then also it got more ratings when it was showing right before NXT as well. So
Yeah,
remember when they did it for Wednesday nights for a little bit?
yeah. I
I
do.
think because of the mixed match challenge, that's why they did that,
Gotcha.
and I think it worked out more for that for their brand because it works in it works in that time.
I
Because
agree. I agree.
Wednesday nights, you'd be like, "Oh, I'm ready for wrestling," and that's gonna be your pretty much you go to is just mainly wrestling, and you want to watch everything.
Mm-hmm. It's
But
good stuff, man.
yeah, definitely a good match. We'll talk about the NXT a little later, and we'll see where the Cruiserweight Championship is gonna lie down the road. But so far, so we're gonna see some good shit. So I'm excited for that.
Yes, and knowing what the future holds because of certain things that happen has me even more excited.
Yeah.
So good stuff.
Match number 2 of the kickoff, which I was surprised that actually was in the kickoff, but
Oh my
it is
god,
what it is.
I loved it. I know people are crying because they're like, "Oh, he got buried." Shut up.
Yeah,
If I know where buried is, Luke Harper was buried. He
yeah,
was under the jail. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? So if as long as you want TV, you want pay-per-view, you doing good.
That's true.
So my man Cedric, he got his ass whooped, but I loved it because it was AJ.
Yeah,
And it's just like that. The reason I liked it so much was because this is what AJ, the temperament AJ needs. He can't just be the same AJ Styles that wrestles like a good guy that sometimes has his buddies come out and
yeah,
cheat.
yeah,
He has to seem like vicious at some point, right?
yeah,
He's the leader of the OC.
yeah,
Why? Just because he's popular? Come on.
yeah. And
So
I like when I like this vicious side of AJ, like he does, and I like the fact when he's using this Styles Clash more.
he Styles classed him outside. Get
Yeah,
him.
man. After
Love
that,
it.
I was like, yeah, that's over. By Cedric. So this match, as we already talked about, it is the United States Championship match: AJ Styles versus Cedric Alexander.
I give it a
Um,
four.
a
Give it a
lot
four.
of people complained, "Oh, it's on the kickoff," but then I was like, you know what? You know what works for the kickoffs, and I always explain what the kickoff is. The kickoff is the first hour that's free.
Yeah, so everybody can see. Yep.
Everyone can see this match. It's on YouTube. It's on Facebook Live. It's on Twitter. It's on
Hmm.
every single Instagram. Everything that's live at that moment to help get memberships and pay per view buys.
Yes.
So having AJ at that slot, it's perfect. It's fine
Yes.
because he's one of your
Exactly.
most popular people on that hour, and no, everyone's gonna get their eyes on it because it is AJ Styles for wrestling,
Hmm. That's exactly right.
and it was a
And
great match.
it was just like, again, wrestling doesn't always have to be a 15-minute, or 45-minute 5-star Dave Meltzer rated, blah blah
No,
blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, wrestling is, it's a bunch of different things. And
yeah,
what we said going into this is that it seemed to be story.
yeah,
And that literally continued the story from what was going on Raw, where Cedric was coming at him full steam. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Shout outs to that. See, this is the thing. I know somebody at WWE saw that Twitter video of Will Ospreay in that opening. I don't know if
yeah,
I sent it to you. But literally, the first, as soon as the bell rang, they did a Spanish Fly.
yeah,
And I know what the inspiration was for a lot of the shit. Some people saw some of that stuff and was like, all right, let's do this, because
yeah,
it was no coincidence the same weekend that happened.
yeah,
But that being said, that's an awesome way to showcase both wrestlers because Cedric came out of the gate explosive.
yeah,
He was flying. He got to like do that awesome, like, oh my god, him and Buddy Murphy,
yeah,
when they fly, like,
yeah,
there's such like their frame is stocky because
yeah,
they're so muscular, but they're not like lean. But when you see them fly, it's as good as any cruiserweight. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
fucking beautiful.
yeah. I give this match a 4.
Yeah, I agree.
It did its job. I think it helped Cedric in a way as well. Even though AJ did dominate the match, but it also had to show that AJ is a leader for a reason.
Yes, he has to be a high profile wrestler for a reason. Yeah.
Yeah. So first match of the main card: Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode versus Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman.
It was a pretty okay match. That's the most I could say about it. It wasn't the
Yeah,
best tag team match. It wasn't the worst. I mean,
it
it
had its
kind of
reason.
reminded me of like a WCW tag match where it was like two guys who were partners but had no tag moves because
Like
they seemed to be on the same page. You know what I
this
mean?
this match reminded me of like Sting and Luger versus Big
Mm,
Show and Scott Norton.
oh, yeah, yeah. Kind of,
Yeah, that's exactly what it reminded me of. It was like
you know.
two people in the tag team that do not have any like chemistry.
Yeah, but for some reason, for this moment in time, they were on the same page. So it wasn't like, what? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It was just
yeah,
like, okay, they doing things. They know what they doing.
yeah.
So it was okay, but it wasn't spectacular. You
No,
know
it
what I
was
mean?
none special. I give it a 3.
I give it 3 as well. I
Um,
still, I mean, congratulations,
yeah,
new tag team champions,
yeah,
and hopefully they can take it away from that nothing storyline with
yeah,
Seth and Braun.
yeah. Hopefully,
Ended all of that pay-per-view because it seems to have crescendoed there.
yeah. Okay, yep. One thing I will say in this pay per view, I'll say it up. The women, fucking, I say their matches were some of the best on the show.
Their matches were some of the most like stuff I haven't seen from
Yeah,
them, especially Bailey. Oof.
yeah. Like I think these matches were like the right. I think the way they spread them out and everything like that. I think these were my favorite matches of the clash. I think all the women's matches. I think they all had their goals and they all had their personalities in it as well. So I
Mhm.
liked all three matches. So the next match is SmackDown Women's Championship: Bailey versus Charlotte Flair.
Oh my goodness, this match was so much fun for me.
Yeah,
And again, they were doing their thing. It didn't necessarily make it look like Bailey was struggling too much,
yeah.
but she sure as hell wanted to get the hell out of Dodge.
Oh man, she ran. She ran like she
that
owed
was
someone
the
money.
that was the best. She just kept going. She booked it.
And I was like, "Why you? What's on fire?
Yeah,
Run!"
yeah, man. But
She ran. She ran fast. She flew off the damn ring.
flew.
Very solid match. Very. You can see that they're getting more comfortable and more fun just having their matches and whatnot. So, I think
Mhm.
they're doing a good job in that sense. Seeing the women again, I think they stole this card. Period. Besides the Fiend later on, I think their matches were the best of the show. So I give this a 4.5.
Yeah, I get the match 4.5, but I like it because of the character development too.
Me
It's just
too.
like it's so. That's part of the reason I say this felt more like an episode to me because it was
Yeah,
just like it did feel like a grand pay-per-view match. Even this one didn't feel like it did. I don't know, it just didn't. But
yeah,
damn it, if it did, it wasn't entertaining and it had a hilarious ending.
yeah.
Good for Bailey.
She fucking ran like there was a fire.
Apparently, she has a
Like
2-0 streak on Charlotte. I think they had a match somewhere overseas too this
yeah.
past weekend. She
All
said,
right, Bailey.
shout out to Bailey saying like a 2-0 streak is a good one to go out on.
Yeah.
Yo, she's just a coward. That's just great.
Next
Uh,
match, the Revival versus the New Day for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. I wish this match had slightly more time for them to like really. I felt like it was quick and done. It didn't
yeah,
have time to really like
marinate.
marinate into
Yeah,
the like
yeah,
what you
yeah.
want from these tag matches, especially the two of the best tag teams that you have on the card. But
Mhm.
and the fact that the two tag teams that fought before this got more time than they did.
I will say, I think storyline reasons it makes sense though because
Yeah,
the way they wrestled the match ended up resulting in them abusing Xavier Woods,
yeah, but
and so I kind of like that.
I still feel that I needed time to marinate. They needed time to work the leg, and the reason why they worked the leg, and they needed like some good hot tags from Xavier, him working his leg and shit like that, and him being desperate, and especially like when he was getting into leg locks and shit like that. That's when you really get the crowd in and get them hyped and shit like that for that big tag team tag. And then you have Big E show his thing and things like that, and you can still really balance the match in that way. But I thought it was just too fast. Like I think they needed more time just to let the match marinate because honestly, these are two of your best tag teams.
Hmm.
They're actually tag teams. They do tag moves. They work together as a tag, and you don't showcase them. But you do give an extra 5 minutes to the bullshit of Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman and Ziggler and Rude.
Well,
Not to
he's a
take
Universal
anything, not
Champion. You know how they
not to
gotta
take
do.
anything from them, but they're not tag teams, so they're not giving the entertainment of tag team wrestling like these guys would, and
And I
that's my
think that's
problem with it.
I would say that's probably what people's problem is because they don't seem to highlight tag team wrestling. They just use it for a plot device.
Yeah, and that bothers me because again, like just like Stone Cold, like I'm a big fan of tag teams. I like tag team
Yeah.
wrestling, especially when tag teams are in sync.
Yeah,
I don't
a
like
lot of my
the
favorite wrestlers
yeah.
are in tag teams.
I don't like tag teams like how Seth and Strowman got built. I didn't really care for like Rock and Sock Connection when they first came out. I didn't really care for Austin Dude Love. I didn't really care for Shawn Michaels and Austin. I don't like those things because they take away from what tag team wrestling is.
I will only say I like Rock and Sock because they gelled when they talked.
Yeah, but like in match wise, they're meh.
No, they were just two dudes.
Yeah. So that's my another thing is I like seeing good tag team wrestling, and honestly, we see that all the time from NXT. So there is time, there is place where tag team wrestling exists, and for some reason the main roster can't find their niche,
I'll
even though
put
they
it,
have some of the best tag teams there.
I'll say I'll put it this way: if half the singles talent was as entertaining as Rock and Sock, I would let most of this shit slide.
Yeah,
But I'll be honest with you, they aren't.
no, they're
They
not.
just aren't.
Yeah.
And so
Um.
I can't let that stuff slide.
So
Like Hogan says.
for the
Or Hogan saw.
match, yeah, for the match itself, I give it a 3.5. Just the fact that I did like the match. I'm
Mm.
not gonna take away credit from these matches. I like the story they told and everything like that. But I would have gave it like 5 more minutes, and have the crowd get more anticipated for the top tags and shit like that. That's something they're losing.
I think they really just need somebody in the back to take the helm of what's going on with the tag division.
Like man, you have fucking Devon Dudley back there. You have Hurricane. You have
Well, I
good
don't know if they're
minds.
using him on Devon. I don't know if they're using him on like strictly tag stuff. They probably using him on other shit, and
I
that's
know, but you have
might be
some
an
of the
issue.
best tag team. Yo, you have two Hall of Famers, tag team Hall of Famers, in the background, in the backstage all the time. Why don't you get them to book tag team matches? You
And
have Booker
also, you know
T,
what?
you have
Their
Devon
main issue.
Dudley.
I'll tell you what it is. It's the thing you to be the reason why you gave the match a score anyway. It's the time they give
Yeah, that's
anyway.
true. That's true.
They can be as good at like we can talk about how good New Day is and how good the Revival are for days,
Yeah,
but it doesn't mean anything because they don't get the time to wrestle that they deserve.
that's
They
true.
can be people's henchmen, people's lackeys. They can be Kofi's wingmen. They can have singles matches on their own. But when it comes down to the straight up nitty gritty of are they presenting tag team as prevalent as the main belt? No,
No, they're
not
not.
even close.
And they gotta get on that because looking at it honestly, right now WWE's biggest competition is not AEW.
NXT.
It's NXT. NXT is gonna outshine every single show you have.
Yes, it
Just
really is.
just the fact and how they built it. Look if we're gonna go into it later on, but look at the 2 hours we got this week. We didn't have none of the big main guys, as in Adam Cole was not really center stage, and
Mhm.
Johnny Gargano wasn't center stage, or Tommaso Ciampa wasn't even there. You had Velveteen Dream, which is considered a mid card champion, is a main event.
This is true.
You have the women. All the women fucking
That
stole.
match was
I
awesome.
think that's my match of the week, to be honest with you. There's a lot of good matches this week, even on the main roster. But you look at NXT and just how they balance their time and how they balance every title. Every championship is important in NXT, and this I've been saying this for a long ass time on this cast. NXT has importance on every single title. Every single title has that go to. They could have any belt. Even now, the cruiserweight championship, they could have any of those titles main event, and you'll be satisfied.
I'll put it this way though, it's a lot to do with the presentation
That's true.
when it comes to NXT. That makes it feel more impactful than the main roster because here's the situation. I could give you an example. When everybody was getting an opportunity, when Dana Brooke was coming back and catching on,
Yeah,
shout out to her match this week. She fought Lacey Evans.
that was actually pretty good
Um,
too.
but like, remember when they were giving them chances in those big women matches to go for the women's title?
Yeah,
Those matches were clusters.
yeah,
Those matches weren't good, and that's a part of the problem. That four-way women's match this week that put every multi-woman match that the main roster, quote unquote, has had to shame.
yeah.
I can't even be like lenient.
You
It's
know,
real bad.
you know what the NXT. This is one little
And
detail.
think about those
NXT.
women.
Yeah,
Those are four women that they're from four different places,
yeah.
like different parts of the fucking planet, different federations. They all came together and they
Different
still
styles
fucking
too.
killed it.
Yeah. The crazy thing with NXT, and one thing NXT does a lot very good, and I'll say this more with everything, with New Japan, AEW, and all that shit.
Mm.
NXT has a really good niche of making multi-person matches.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
do
that's true.
really good Fatal 4-Way matches. They do really good triple threat matches. Well, I don't know why, because they highlight the ring action and they highlight they don't they one thing they do that a lot of people are freaking guilty of doing is that they show the person resting.
Yeah, a lot,
They don't
a
do
lot.
that. NXT
Nope,
does not do
nope.
that. When
They're
one
still
goes, the other
swinging.
one comes in. The one
It,
goes, the other one comes
yep,
in, and that's something that they do really good.
they cycle out well. Yes, but you
Yeah,
know what? I think again, he doesn't get enough credit because probably he doesn't produce it. But I know Triple H just has a mind for multi people matches
yeah.
because that was a specialty. He was in a fucking 4-man group.
Yeah, but then you also have like you also have to go with the talent that's behind there too. Like you have Albert there, you have William Regal, you have Sarah Del Rey, and a bunch of other like geniuses in the ring that actually help book these matches. Even guys that are talent that still they even help book matches, as in Cassius Ohno and Johnny Gargano has been booking matches on NXT.
Oh, okay. How about that? That
That's
makes a
something
lot
he
of
actually
sense. With
talked
Johnny
that actually
Gargano.
he actually talked about that on the Chasing Glory show.
Is his like this week?
He helped produce the Dream and Roderick Strong match
That happened
he,
on the last NXT?
on the NXT, and he also did the Leo Rush and Drew Gulak match.
Which one was that? That wasn't this week.
No, not really Leo Rush. Leo Rush and Ono
Only
match.
Larkin?
Yeah, Oni Lorcan.
Okay. Wow.
He did those
Oh,
two
yeah.
matches, and
Yeah.
he's trying to learn everything. He's trying to learn everything.
Woo!
So we'll
That
talk about
is
that more
that was
going
a
into that.
hell of a match.
Yeah, man.
I didn't want to spoil Leo Rush's return, but yeah, he
Yeah.
fought. He was out there.
Yeah, we spoiled it already. Next match, let's go move on. Yeah, I give the tag match a 3.5.
I give it a 4. I still liked it. I liked everybody involved, but
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Why highlight the other match and not this one? But I just got through saying I understand why they do it because their focus is always the main champion.
Hmm.
It always is.
And that has to calm down. That kind of has to calm down because
Well,
WWE has good
it's not.
champions.
It's not because
yeah,
you know why? Here comes Brock.
yeah,
It's not. It's always gonna be the main
yeah.
guy.
That's true.
It's always gonna be like that.
If Kofi wins, I'll be excited.
I'll be happy because it was been a long time coming.
Yeah,
I remember Beast in the East.
yeah.
I remember that when Kobe got killed.
Yep. We all remember.
He killed those people. Got killed in front of those people in Japan. I remember that.
Yeah.
They've
He's
had to
dead
form
already.
They had to perform some jutsu to bring him back to life. I remember.
Next match is the women's tag match, which I was surprisingly very happy with.
Mhm.
The women's tag champions Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross versus Fire and Desire, Mandy Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. It was a really good match. Very good tag, fun
Very good
match.
character match.
I
Too,
love-
man. I
loved
love fucking Nikki
Alexa's-
Cross doing the dance.
Yeah,
Oh, and freaking Mandy Rose just freaking out. Oh, it's so good, dude.
Alexa's Harley Quinn was awesome.
I like Renee pointing it out. I was like, damn
Yeah.
it, we've seen her do different ones. We know she can do it.
She did the classic
Yeah, the old
Quinn,
school
the
one.
black and red.
Didn't do that.
And then she even did the pose with the smile and shit like that, which was funny. And I think they need to start working Alexa a bit more as a baby because she's been working a baby, like the way she gets the crowd. She's looking for cheers and everything like that. I don't like when heels go for the cheers. I don't like when heels try to get a cheer. Like Mandy Rose has a habit of doing that. Even though I understand why she does it, but she should do it more to get booed and like to talk shit to the fans and not try to get approval from the fans.
Well, you gotta remember the
Yeah.
shit they have her say.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? She has to act a
Yeah.
certain way.
Yeah.
There's at least some type of consistency because she's always talking about how good she looks as a
Yeah.
character.
She looks like Barbie doll.
She does, but
No, no,
it's just.
her outfit itself is like it
Oh, you
reminded
mean
me like
that
a
pink,
Barbie, like the
that
pink and
pink
shit. Yeah,
color?
it looks like straight out
Uh,
Barbie doll.
no, I was gonna say she looks like a 2019 Barbie doll because she's all muscled up, but
Yeah,
she got the look and everything. But
fitness
I'm like,
Barbie.
still having gone into this from that weak ass fucking build up to it.
Yeah,
I'm glad it was such a good match. And
yeah,
again, that's why I keep saying like I like them being in the title picture because
yeah,
they're good.
yeah. And it's just gonna get better. I think Alexa and Nikki Cross was the smart decision to keep them with the belts. I like the chemistry that Alexa and Nikki have. I think they're getting better as a tag team and they're learning off of each other. And I think Alexa just right now is a good point in being the tag team in the tag team division because she can make any rivalry.
Well, do you see what happened when they put her there? It makes it
Makes it
unable to
televised.
be ignored.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically, you can't just have it. Oh no, we're not gonna have them have matches this week. No, 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 no. It's Alexa Bliss. She's gonna be on the show.
Yeah, and I think that works because then are going to see the Iconics on TV again. You're going to see Fire and Desire on TV. Hopefully, the Kabuki Warriors show up on the TV. Honestly, if they're not going to use the Kabuki
You
Warriors
need to go
and
back to NXT.
they're going to talk all this shit about Shayna Baszler being the most dominant, yeah, not the most dominant until you beat Asuka.
Yeah, they need to make both of them go back.
Yeah.
They just wasted their times taking Kyrie saying she didn't even really get a full head of steam over there.
Exactly. So I have issues with that. So other than that, great tag match. I really enjoyed it. I think this was the best tag match out this pay per view.
I'm
I'll
trying to
hands
think. That
down
was
say
only that was it, right? There was only
yeah,
the three
those
we
three.
mentioned so far, right?
Yeah, and so that was my favorite tag match this pay per view. I think it was fun. It was energetic. It had the crowd going. I think they did enough spots to get the crowd in line and had the crowd cheer at certain times. And I think they did a good job just controlling it. And a lot of people don't give it credit as much as I'm giving it credit because if you actually listen to the reactions and how they control the crowd, it's good. It's a good thing, especially in that lineup of matches that they've been doing. So
That's a uh it's a it's a talent Alexa Bliss has that people don't want to give her credit for
yeah,
is maintaining the crowd
yeah,
at all
she
times.
controls that crowd. Like she can control that crowd as a babyface or a heel. And
Hmm.
I would like to go 100 like go more and more into the babyface aspect. Even though she was still probably had a little attitude, but I would like to see her go more in that babyface side. But I did like the whole shit like when they did the interview and our truth was like controlling the mic, and she dropped on he
Yeah,
dropped
that's
on her.
good.
She got
Yeah.
mad and told everyone where he's at. I don't
Hmm.
mind her doing that still. Like
Well, she
fuck.
still has to have her
Yeah,
personality. That's the whole
exactly.
thing. Be
Yeah,
natural.
but I see her doing a bit more babyface style, as in she's doing moves that get a pop more than the ones that like she'll do and try to cheat and get the easy win. She
She's
does
not
more.
popping her arm
She
out.
yeah. She does more moves to get a pop. She does more moves to get to get
Uh,
excitement and stuff like that, which is great. I gave this match a 4.
I give it a 4 as well. I would say there were a few moments that were my moments of the night. Was Nikki Cross doing her thing? That was hilarious
Yeah, I love Nikki
with the
Cross.
reaction.
Yeah, that was funny.
Uh, and it's just like that whole skit before the match, that was
Yeah,
actually excellent too.
yeah, it
I'm
was funny.
not even gonna lie. I like that.
Next match. This was another match that I really enjoyed for what it was. The Intercontinental Championship match. You
Hmm.
have Shinsuke Nakamura versus The Miz.
This is the match for me though. It did not feel special. I love Shinsuke's opening.
Yeah,
I love the key, but it felt like a SmackDown match.
yeah.
It did not feel like a pay-per-view match to me.
I felt like I feel like they didn't have the forefront to really build this match. This match was kind of thrown
Yeah, it
together
was like
towards the end.
It was 2 weeks.
So they didn't really have again another match that didn't have the time to marinate into a big storyline, and
Yeah.
and then the fact that the Miz is in it, I think Miz could handle him, and the fact that he's showing that he could easily be a babyface and a heel,
Hmm.
is showing. But I think it was a good matchup for Nakamura to win, Like he needed to win this match. He needed to get himself statured up in the IC division. I think what they're gonna do with him, especially with going into Ali, I like the whole Sami Zayn and Nakamura aspect of things. I wouldn't even mind them putting them in the tag team division and have their finisher being the Yakuza kick into the Shinkaza.
Mhm.
That
Oh,
would be
Kinshasa.
that would be
Yeah.
dope. Like him, Sammy running with the haluva kick,
Mhm.
and then Nakamura right behind him with the Kinshasa, whatever.
Yeah,
The fuck it's
catch you
called.
right now.
That'd be a dope tag, man. That would be a
Although
dope.
there's a consistency people are bringing up,
Yeah,
and I see it, and it bothers me because they don't want to use it as a different move. Or they don't want to use it as as the same move. Excuse me.
yeah,
Is the running the Kinshasa to the back of the head is not a Kinshasa, and that's weird to me.
yeah,
That should be more damaging. You
yeah.
should
It
be
should be.
dead. You should possibly have brain damage.
Yeah, or
But that move
paralyzed.
does not ever pin anybody except jabronis.
Yeah,
They don't call it the Kinshasa. They literally just say running knee to the back of the head or something like that. If you watch commissary many times, he's done that exact thing, and it is never used as a finisher on anybody except like when he
it
fights
should,
nobody.
and it should be. It looks
It
devastating.
looks devastating. It
It
look he
looks
killed the
literally,
Miz.
yeah, it literally looks worse than the front one.
It does. It does.
Yeah, I
And
agree with you.
I like the match still because it was like a SmackDown match. I'm a fan of both of the people, all three of the people actually.
Yeah.
I give it a 3.75.
Okay.
And the only reason is that because well, number one, it lacked that feel for me. But number two, there's something I as much as I like Sami Zayn having a role and the what they're going for here,
Yeah.
something about this match in particular, it kind of feels like they devalue Shinsuke. Just like it makes him if to me it makes him feel weaker having Sammy get involved. Whereas if for some reason it would have been funnier if the match would have ended and Sammy didn't get to do anything except
Yeah.
talk shit. Because you remember the first like 2 minutes they were doing a Sammy outside on the mic
Yeah.
talking crap, and then they cut it and they acknowledged it, and then they didn't. Miz did the funny thing and threw the mic up the ramp, and that was a whole thing. But had Shinsuke whooped Miz's ass solo, I think that would have made it feel better for me.
I
That's
would.
the only
I agree. I 100% agree.
It's just because of who he is and
Yeah.
what he's supposed to be in their own universe. In the
Yeah.
WWE universe, Shinsuke it should be like S class in terms of fighting ability.
Yeah.
Not his power ranking or whatever. His hand-to-hand combat skills are portrayed as such as he's like the top of the food chain. If you fight Shinsuke, you good luck,
Yeah.
no matter who you are. And as much as I love Miz, and I wouldn't mind if he won the match. It's just it feels like less of a struggle for anybody if Sami Zayn is just an asshole and stops you from getting that Shinsuke Nakamura like hand to hand beatdown that he's supposed to be promised to give you.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I feel like the way he's portrayed. He is supposed to be like God with his fist and feet.
Yeah.
It just
I
is.
100% agree, and especially the way. Remember where they booked him in NXT?
Yeah, yeah,
His
yeah.
kicks were so deadly that he took paint off his legs.
Yeah. Oh my God, they never turn. They are always green. You look at his legs, you be like, yo, did they even turn orange?
Yeah. His
Shit.
legs never turned green.
Damn.
His never left green. It always did green.
But
Um,
again, that's my only thing with the match. But other than
Yeah.
that, I was entertained.
Yeah, I would give it a 3.75. Like it did its job. I think he needed that win over the Miz, but I wish it was more clean, like you said. Yeah, I think it just needed a clean win. I think he needed a dominant win, kind of like AJ's win with Alexander.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
I think that's what he needed.
Hmm.
I did like the Kira cape.
I love that. I love the outfit too, because the
Yeah.
outfit reminded me kind of like Magnum Defender / that dude from Power Rangers in Space, the one that's
Yeah.
made up of like the black and green
Oh,
lines.
Ecliptor.
But he has a cape.
Yeah, Ecliptor.
Ecliptor. Yes, it reminded
Yeah.
me of Ecliptor.
Yeah, it looked really dope, but yeah, that was definitely Akira.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, you got the Akira. That's really
Tetsuo?
dope. Yeah,
No, it's Tetsuo is the guy, right? The one with
Yeah.
the cape.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
with the big head,
Yeah.
humongous head.
Look like Vegeta.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was a solid match. 3.75. Happy to see the IC title back on pay per view.
Yeah, there you go. Showcase.
Um, God, where
Mm-hmm.
were we at? Next match was the Raw Women's Championship match. Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch.
Her boss making her big in-ring return,
Yep.
doing it up real big. I thought it was a pretty good match. I thought it was kind of cool how she manipulated the win to be in her favor.
Yeah.
Excuse me, in her favor at the end.
Yeah.
I like that. But I like, you know what? Those two have chemistry though. Like in the
Yeah.
match, like legit, the match was actually pretty like entertaining. It was fun to watch. Like I wasn't tuning out halfway through, which is really good. It was longer than the other one,
Yeah.
and so they at least got some time.
Yeah.
But the only thing I feel like it's not conclusive. That's about it.
Yeah.
You know.
But you know what? I think it works for it not being having a win because again, Sasha
Mhm.
just came back. You don't want her losing like directly a championship match right away, and then you really don't want Becky to drop the belt just yet.
Yep. But I do like that Sasha did get the winner on technicality. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's a cool thing.
Their chemistry was always they always had great chemistry even since NXT. So I like that about them. That I like the fact that they added new things into the arsenal when they did fight. It looked like a fight. It didn't look like a wrestling match that they did a round thing. No, they went and attacked each other. They wanted to fuck each other up in this match, and that I felt that, and now that's what I like when I see these matches. Like I said, I think the women in this pay per view stole the show. I think
Mhm.
every match had a meaning. Every match had a purpose, and every match was strong.
Yeah, I
Um,
pretty much agree.
yeah, so I give this one a 4.5.
For me, I give it a 4.5. It would have been a 5 if Sasha won. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
That's it.
I kind of knew they were not going to drop the belt with Becky just yet, but the way they did it, I think it builds up into the Hell in a Cell, and them having a match in Hell in a Cell would be pretty fucking amazing.
I'm just saying they better be careful playing sword fighting with them chairs because the moment somebody hits a hand,
Yep.
it's a real fight. That's all I'm saying. If you hit me in my hand with a steel chair, it's a real fight. That's some shit that's like, oh, you don't even gotta hit me in my back. I'm gonna punch you. Fuck this chair shit.
Next match, the WWE Championship match: Kofi Kingston versus Randy Orton.
This was a weak match for me.
You
It
didn't like it?
wasn't as good as I thought it should have been.
Okay.
It was. I'm gonna be honest. I like the SummerSlam match better.
Okay.
The match itself, I like that one better. This one was like, again, it felt like a SmackDown match. You know what I'm saying? Like, it
Yeah.
didn't feel like a big. It felt like a main event of a SmackDown. You know what I'm saying? Like, it
Yeah.
didn't feel like a pay-per-view match.
I didn't mind the match. I thought it was very slow paced compared to the other matches. I think they
Yeah,
took their time with this match and let it full go into it.
it was Randy
Um,
style. It
yeah,
was Randy
it was
style.
very Randy Orton match.
Randy style.
I did like Kofi taking the win. I like the fact that he finally gets that win off of Randy Orton right in the middle of the ring. It was a straight pin count, 1, 2, 3. Like the way he got it. I liked a lot of the spots. But again, I didn't think it was the strongest match they had, but it was a fun match.
I would give it a 3.5. Like
Three
again, I
five.
would slightly disappointed. Like too much of this pay-per-view was safe for me.
Okay, so I'll
Rollins
give it a
retained, Kofi retained. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
most people retain. Like the New Day lost the belts, and it's like it would have been impactful if
yeah,
Kofi lost the belt as well.
yeah,
It didn't have that big impact of like,
yeah,
oh shit, they debelted the entire faction, and now this new faction has all their belts.
yeah,
Wow, it just felt too safe
yeah. I agree.
as
Um,
overall. But
yeah,
like, it wasn't a bad match. Not at all. Not at all.
I give it a 3.75. I like things about the match. I give it like a slightly higher grade.
Mhm.
Next match: Eric Rowan versus Roman Reigns. Ended in
This
a
was
no
fun for me.
disqualification match. Huh?
This I'm not gonna lie. This was probably my match of the night.
Yeah,
Luke Harper came back, just a
yeah,
magic boot out of nowhere. Did you see him? Like
yeah.
he just teleported.
He
That
teleported.
shit was
He
awesome.
looked like he blended in with the crowd, and then came in with a big
He had
boot.
the demo dance.
Yeah,
Yo, like do you know what it is? I'm a fan of Eric Rowan. I'm a fan of Roman Reigns, and I like when Roman Reigns like just brawls and
yeah,
fights a big ass dude and
yeah,
has a fight losing battle because Eric Rowan wasn't giving up. Like he
yeah.
wasn't giving him. It was just like a fucking brawl, dude. Like it was good. It was a
Okay.
pretty good match.
It was brutal. I like the fact that Luke Harper returned.
This was a 4.5.
Um,
It was a 5 because of Luke Harper
and I give
for
it a
me.
whole credit is the fact that Eric Rowan got the win.
He got the win,
He beat
and it
Roman
was a good
Reigns.
match. It
Yeah,
was a brawl. Like it was. You got every part that you wanted,
yeah.
that you expected for it to be a street fight
I give it a
or
four point
whatever.
five for
No
everything it
DQ.
did. I give it a 4.5.
So
Last
we'll
match,
him back.
Universal Championship match: Seth Rollins versus Braun Strowman.
Sorry, I wasn't feeling this match at all.
I didn't like. I didn't like. I didn't like how he won.
I don't. I I get it. Okay, I understand. You gotta fucking put the monster out of his misery.
Yeah,
But after we have established what will really happen if Braun Strowman is just allowed to like do stuff, they have to find more creative ways
yeah.
for them to fight. You know what I
So
mean? Like it's just too much of Seth Rollins doing his normal moveset, like this jumping moveset. It just felt like, man, who really got the beating in the first match? Was it
yeah,
you or was it Braun? It looked like
yeah,
Braun, ain't nothing happened to him.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Braun was just it just came off and looking like shit, he can't beat Seth Rollins, man. Right? That's fuck. Damn, the dude still toe to toe with Brock Lesnar. What? I mean, sure he lost, but like, and he still toe to toe with Roman Reigns, and it's just like, he's just getting weaker and weaker and weaker when it counts.
yeah.
That
So
I'm not I like it.
I have an issue with See, the thing with Seth Rollins, Rollins is not a technical wrestler, and he never was a technical wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that you had Braun Strowman selling his leg when he did that top rope thing, you would think Seth Rollins would start going for that leg.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And that's the thing is that that's one thing I don't like with Seth Rollins, especially against big guys and stuff like that. He does nothing to try to bring the guy down.
He has like a deviation of the normal moveset, but it's still a Seth Rollins moveset.
Yeah, he doesn't really change it up. He doesn't like go for the leg, does dragon screws and things like that just to start working the guy down. Nah, he just fights the way he fights. He just has to lift hard, lift stronger a little bit. But
Yeah.
I think that's where things fail for me in this match is the fact that again I think he could have did a lot more. I think he should have went for the leg. I think he should have kicked the leg and went more devastating things to the leg because that's what he was selling that it was hurting. But he didn't go for nothing. Like, oh, your leg, you're limping. All right, I'm gonna go for your face.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you what my problem with Seth Rollins versus a really strong opponent, like physical wise, moves. His whole moveset thing for me where it breaks down.
Yeah,
Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins has a tendency to, he'll hit you with the flying clothesline a bunch. He'll start doing jumping because like that's supposed to take a big man down.
yeah,
And my thing is, like you said, with the leg, is just like he has that ability to tap into being a heel, right?
yeah,
And he never seems to fight when he's a baby face. Okay, here's what it seems that WWE wants you to believe. If they want you to believe that doing 3 stomps is Seth Rollins digging deep.
yeah. And a
That's
pedigree.
not digging deep. That's stepping on a man's head.
Yeah,
That's not smart thinking. That's not wing awareness. That's not a whole lot of things that you would see different people try to dismantle an opponent that's bigger than them. It's just, all right, here we go. Let me do it one more time. Didn't work. Let me do it one more time. Didn't work. It's like he just had 3 supers on stock.
yeah,
It's like it didn't seem like a real effort. It just
yeah,
seemed like, oh shit, he didn't stay down. He like that panic look he gets on his face, and he has to scramble to do it again. And it's just
yeah,
like that's supposed to be him at his bottom, pulling the last of his power. He needs to change up what his digging down type of moveset is. It's like
yeah.
that doesn't seem like a struggle at all.
That's
You know what I'm
true.
saying? And I don't like that. And it just feels like, come on, what they doing with Braun, man? They wasting him. I can understand Braun losing the match by getting pissed and fucking throwing the ref out the ring, or something fucking that a powerful big giant man would do. He just got beat.
Yeah, I
Just
was
got
disappointed
beat.
with this match.
That it made me sad. Like it was a 3, but like I said, for me, most of this pay-per-view felt like a Raw
Yeah,
or SmackDown.
yeah.
It and this was the epitome of it. Like, it wasn't different.
Yeah, I agree. Like I had the same issues with this match. I think they could have did better in the presentation of what they're gonna do with it. Like especially he's a big guy, start taking down the legs, working a body, things like that. It just became the same match that we see all the time, and that's something that really disappointed me. And it wasn't really creative in that sense. Yeah, Braun Strowman went on the top rope, but I didn't care.
No, but that was the only thing that impressed me was how
Yeah.
clean that fucking splash
Oh, he
was.
almost bust his ass on top rope.
But like,
He
no,
almost
I'm talking
slipped.
about when he got in the air. It would have
Yeah.
looked all right. I was like, oh
Yeah.
shit, he got sideways. All right.
Yeah.
But again, that whole thing wasn't. It just felt like this is the same digging down. I'm at the bottom of the barrel, but not really because I'm just gonna do one move 3 times. That's not the snake. That's not any type of like ingenuity. What is this?
Yeah.
He's not the architect. He's just a dude doing stuff. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's for a person whose moniker is the architect.
Yeah.
You just showed me a brick wall,
Yep.
and that was it.
No
And you know what you did
creativity.
to make it look fancy? You kicked it. Thanks,
Yeah.
Seth Rollins. You kicked the brick wall.
Well, I'll say the highlight of my match was pretty much in the end when the Fiend
Yeah,
showed up
basically.
and beat the shit out of Seth Rollins. I think the just how he stood with Seth Rollins on his hand and
Mhm.
shit like that looked pretty dope.
They gotta
Um,
stop with that music though. That
yeah,
really same repetitive skin like this. It's starting to trip me out, man. I don't
yeah,
like it.
yeah. You could just honestly just turn the lights off and fucking hear the sound effects, and that's
Exactly.
it. You're
Or
pretty much
play the
fine.
laugh or something. Huh.
Yeah. That was the highlight of that's our review of Clash of Champions. What do you give the overall pay per view?
Overall, I give it a 3.5.
I agree.
Not better than SummerSlam, not better than Extreme Rules. I feel like
Yeah.
both of those pay-per-views had like moments. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
This A lot of this had really good matches, but nothing felt no the AJ match felt special. The
Yeah.
cruiserweight match felt really special. Sasha and Becky felt special.
Yeah.
That's about it for me.
Yeah. Like I
You
said,
know,
the women matches stole the show. Like I think all three women matches were great, and I think those were the highlights of the pay per view for me in the cruiserweight championship match,
yeah,
and the U.S. title match. I did like that match as well.
yeah. That was second favorite match because I
Yeah,
just liked it.
I was
Damn,
really disappointed that the King of the Ring wasn't on this card.
that's why I was hoping for that,
Yeah.
but we got what we got.
We got it. So, this is our weekend wrestling. Pretty much, we're gonna highlight the things that we love about this weekend wrestling. We start off from Monday Night Raw. The fact that we
King
got like
Corbin.
the fact that we got like five Flum houses was great. I love
The
that he's
fact
doing
that
the
he took
promos
over
as
Raw.
those. Yeah,
Did you know the upside down like things
yeah,
throughout the show? It was
yeah,
like it was subtle, and they subtly brought attention to things, but they didn't really go, oh,
yeah,
until the end. Oh, the Fiend is in control. Blah blah blah.
yeah.
Oh,
That was pretty cool, and then the whole Fiend attacking Kane and shit was pretty cool. Kane is what became the 24/7 champion, the first mayor
Mayor
champion.
Mayor Glenn Jacobs.
Mayor Glenn Jacobs. I was
Uh,
saying that too. I was like, yo, Kane, where's the 24/7 title? Like, oh yeah, you won it as Glenn Jacobs. You didn't win it as Kane.
it better not be on
Oh
his
yeah.
win on his
Oh, he
win
lost already.
profile.
He lost the
No,
belt
no, on his
already.
profile. You better
Yeah.
not see Kane. You better not say 24/7 title.
Yeah,
Don't do it.
better just Glenn Jacobs. Mayor Glenn Jacobs.
Yep.
I thought the whole skit was great.
Mhm.
We did. You were just talking about it just now. Oh hell, King Corbin.
King Corbin, and that's up there for like my match of the week. Like NXT has a few really good
Yeah,
matches,
yeah,
but I'm gonna give it to King Corbin and Gable. Excuse me.
yeah. I might go a different direction with those matches, but I did like the match a lot. One thing I always bring up with Corbin, he works really good with smaller guys. Like he does really good with them, and this is not like I remember seeing Corbin and Gable fight before, and I remember that ending was used before. He did that
Ah,
during the Dusty Rhodes Classic when him and Samoa Joe were tag teaming. No, him and
gotcha.
Rhino. It
Really?
was Baron Corbin
Okay.
and Rhino tag teaming,
Okay.
and he did the same exact finisher, the tilt a world, and then he called him in the end of days.
Same person to Gable
Yeah,
himself.
to
Oh
Gable,
wow.
yeah,
How about
exactly to Gable, yeah, yeah.
how about
But yeah, I really liked the match. I thought probably one of Baron Corbin's best matches this year.
I think that was his best match in a while, like
Yeah.
top tier. I'm not saying that as a reductive thing.
No.
I think his level, him and Gable, their levels have gone up,
Yeah.
and that was an amazing match.
I've been saying Corbin was gonna win this. Like he just it fits his moniker. It fits his character.
I know.
So,
I just wanted
yeah.
Gable to win.
Me too.
I don't want him to fade into obscurity.
We got AOP returning as I feel like they're gonna sell me jewelry.
Yo, they look like two drug dealers.
Yeah.
They look like not the cool ones either. They look like violent drug dealers. Like they about to set your house on fire because you didn't pay them like $50 or something. Like, whoa,
they're gonna burn your toenails.
You got any family businesses? We burn them down. Whoa, whoa, bro.
We got the 24 Mike Kalinis and saying that you're not the father of the baby.
I don't give a shit what the internet says. I don't care what any critics say. That shit had me dying laughing.
That had me laughing.
And poor Ricochet taking that manly slap in the face.
Poor Mike Kanellis.
But listen, Pretty Ricky, hey, you better watch your wife.
Yeah.
Watch your wife around Pretty Ricky.
Poor Mike Kanellis. He gets beat it down twice.
Somebody mentioned that it'd be hilarious if that was his fetish.
Yeah.
To be humiliated. So he really just loves this.
Yeah.
And it's just like him and Maria are just fucking having a great time.
And then you also have the return of Rusev.
Oh, handsome Rusev.
Like
top tier. That's like handsomest Rusev.
Yeah.
Just with the pencil thin mustache. Whoa, yo. Bronzed. Just jacked.
Dude. He looked like the dude from Street Fighter that oils himself.
Oh, Hakan. Yo. Give him that funny ass haircut. The little circles on his head. Yeah. All right.
That was weird.
Yo, you know what? They just said they officially announced Sheamus is cleared.
Yeah.
But he had mentioned that on the podcast like 2 weeks ago on Edge of Christian. So I propose a new faction.
Yeah.
Let's not make it about them being foreigners.
Okay.
But let's put Cesaro, Sheamus, and Rusev.
Okay.
And just have them wreck shop and fuck up everybody. Oh, that would be the best. Because you see new Sheamus?
Yeah.
With the sumo wrestler, shouts to his workout channel.
Yeah, he's good.
So like, damn. All right, Rusev. He's the real baby daddy. All right.
Yeah. Rey Mysterio and Cesaro had a great match. It was a fun match. Rey Mysterio has been having back-to-back good matches. He had one with Meta League last week, and this with Cesaro was great too.
You don't leave, right?
Again, I have another issue. Again, WWE using tag teams and getting them jobbed out. So Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross losing to Bayley and Sasha Banks. I was like, why are the tag team champions like involved in this? They have their own little storyline. They could go in that.
Because Mark, you know how the people at the top of the WWE are. We gotta make the single stars look good.
Yeah, it didn't look good. Costs. It's just kind of annoying.
At all costs.
But then we got a sword fight between Becky and Sasha.
Yes, that was pretty fun.
And decent match with Lacey Evans, Dana Brooke.
Okay.
A little highlight.
Good stuff.
And Universal Champ. So Seth Rollins fought Bobby Roode in the main event. It was a solid match. It was a solid building. And then he got jumped. And then
don't forget earlier, poor Bobby Roode. He got ran over earlier because Braun Strowman was mad.
Yeah. And then again, going into jobbing the tag teams out.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, literally.
Yeah, and then the main event was pretty solid. I did like the match what it was, and then they all started jumping Seth Rollins, and then Kane came out.
And then he came and he saved saved Rollins?
Yeah, he saved Seth Rollins, and then he went to do the fire thing and attacking.
He forgot they don't have pyro anymore, and he was like, "Uh-oh, why the lights going out?"
Yep. He's like, "All right." So we got the Fiend again attacking Kane, another classic wrestler.
Now, also, I just want to bring this up. You notice there was a thing. He mentioned Steve, and I'm just saying this is the power of Stone Cold. He never got Stone Cold.
No, he never got Stone Cold. SmackDown started off with Eric Rowan and Luke Harper laying out Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns.
This is true.
It was crazy, man. It was crazy. It was fun.
Mhm.
I'm happy Roman's back. Why you beating up Daniel Bryan though? He didn't do nothing. He tried to save. He's trying to save the universe.
You know what? There's no room in wrestling for real friendships.
I know,
You
man.
always get stabbed.
Yo,
Always. That's Sami Zayn.
Heavy Machinery defeated the B team. It was a
Oh
solid
my
tag
god.
match.
Oh, again, I love Otis.
Yeah,
I love him.
Chad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chad Gable ruining Baron Corbin's King of the Ring coronation. That was
That's
actually
that
pretty
crap.
fun. I'm actually looking forward to this rivalry. I think they're gonna have some good matches in the future.
Mhm. Those are
Uh,
your future stars right there. I think if they're gonna give him, if this is an indication of anything,
yeah,
this is the future of the company. Top heel, top face,
yeah,
like
I can
the
see
in
this going
develop.
more. Yeah. You had Charlotte Flair defeats Sasha Banks by disqualification. I think they had a really good match. Again, but I think it's too soon to have these people wrestling. I think they could do more story oriented stuff instead of
I,
them actually wrestling.
I'll say to you, this is where I say once again, the women's division period is like it's getting to be to that point where they're just starting to ignore talent again.
Yeah,
There's a lot of people that they could be put in different spots to elevate them.
yeah,
That's and they could be fighting against Sasha. And the thing I don't like about a lot of these people is that
yeah,
when they get into a storyline, right,
yeah,
they just end up having matches with each other. When you ask yourself, if this were NXT, if Adam Cole had a rivalry with Johnny Gargano, Adam Cole is still going to have matches with other people.
yeah,
Why is it just that every time you know the main the SmackDown and the Raw teams seem to have a fixation on if you have a rivalry with someone, you can only have matches with them.
yeah.
That
It's kind
that's
of
a
dumb.
issue I don't like.
Yeah,
Every week, the same two people will fight in some shape or form, and it's just like that's not how rivalries work. You're supposed to be like competitive.
yeah,
So if I'm out there busting more ass than you, that's also me being your rival
yeah,
because I'm winning more than you.
yeah.
It's some things that I don't. Yeah,
Yeah. You have Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon. He served them. I told you he's gonna sue
yeah,
him.
you called it. No,
Yeah.
they stole your idea from the writing
Yeah.
squad.
It was
Like
like, yo,
they
he's
got
gonna
you
sue
again. You
him.
need to be hired.
Yeah.
Get you in there.
Yeah. KO suing. They're gonna see where that goes. So they might
That's
line up
it.
going into a
You
match.
called it out 100%.
But yeah, he's
Merc
gonna
predict-
sue him.
Merc predicts.
Made sense. Like he had a ref shirt on, and everyone's getting in trouble for like hitting a ref. Even Becky got in trouble for hitting a ref. Might as well use it.
True story.
But yeah, KO sue his ass. Shinsuke Nakamura and Sami Zayn attack Ali. I'm actually excited to
Yeah, I
see
like.
Ali
Continue.
into this rivalry. Hopefully it gets something going. Hopefully they have some good matches, and maybe Ali getting a title run.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Again, no Buddy Murphy again.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's getting to be a problem.
Yeah,
He's back to being a secret again. Just
it annoys me. It
let him out
really
the
does.
basement, lock him back up.
Like you're not even like having interviews with him or anything like that, or even just showing him on TV. You just like, no, we need to just
Can I ask you a serious question?
Yeah,
With all the talent that's there and available,
yeah.
not injured and not away, why hasn't Buddy Murphy fought Aleister Black yet?
Because they haven't been building Alexa Black in that way either, so they haven't fought yet.
Yeah, it's just like, what? Why? With all this talent that we know needs to be on the television or wherever, how is it that you have this man who seeks a challenge every week, and you have this man who is a challenge, and you don't think let's put them together
Exactly.
at least?
And then
Yeah.
you haven't beat one of your top champions, and you went nothing. You did nothing with it.
Yeah. Just back
So
into obscurity. Back in
he,
the room.
he,
Get
he
back in the
had a
room.
match. He went toe to toe with Roman Reigns and had an amazing match, and then the next week beating your WWE champion for half the year. It's ridiculous that they just do this shit like that.
I wish I knew how to draw because
Yeah,
I would draw Aleister Black in his room and Buddy Murphy's in the corner.
Yeah,
They just sit in that room. They just like let us fight.
yeah.
Oh man. All right. Well,
And then we
anything else?
have you have the New Day and Randy Orton. Brock Lesnar comes out and challenges Kofi Kingston for the WWE Championship. So now at the first SmackDown on Friday night, we are going to see Brock Lesnar versus Kofi Kingston for the WWE Championship.
How many dollars would you get? Would you bet that Kofi's gonna lose to Brock Lesnar?
I do not think is going to. I don't think he's going to lose the title yet.
Really?
What I think is going to happen is that Randy Orton is going to interfere the match.
Oh, oh. You think Randy want one of them elbows? Remember what happened the last time before Brock Lesnar?
He still has like history with Brock Lesnar, and
Them
he's
stitches in
still
his
kind of in the
forehead,
rivalry
man.
with Kofi. So he probably interfered the match.
All right. Okay. I see it.
Um, yeah, and then we got our first NXT live show on the USA Network.
Hell
Well,
yeah.
the first hour was in USA Network, and then the second hour was on the
I will
the
confess, I only got to see the televised hour,
yeah.
so I did not get to see the second hour.
The show was incredible. So you had the women kicking off, which I think was my match of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the women
Much.
dominated this week. Like for
That
me,
match
hundred
had one
percent.
of my moments of the week.
Yeah. So yeah,
I'll let you guess what it was.
Candice LeRae wins the number one contender match against Mio Yim, Leo Shirai, and Bianca Belair. This match was fantastic. I think NXT has a beautiful niche of making multiple person matches. They do a really good job doing them, and I think this is a big way of doing it. I think this was my match of the week easily because I think these four women destroyed any other match that was coming, and that was hard. There's a lot of good matches on this NXT card.
Yeah, and I'll just say my moment of the week goes to that match for when Io Shirai perfectly balanced herself on that top rope and
Yeah,
hit that drop kick on Bianca Belair. That was godlike.
yeah.
Jesus, she has mastery over like her balance. Jesus,
Yeah, I love the
freaking
Triple
ninja.
H. The Triple H curtain opens the curtain with just the whole thing about NXT and all.
Right with his
Um,
face.
Cameron Grimes wins a match in like 5 seconds.
Oh, he had a match.
Yeah,
Okay, I didn't see. I didn't see the again. Okay, you can tell me because I saw the shortened version
yeah.
that was on. Uh,
What
did
NXT was a
they
shorter version?
mash up the matches, or was it just did they only televise, or rather was the programming just 1 hour straight, and then the other hour was still kept intact as a different part? Because I know it was only on the network.
No, so it was just a 1 hour straight. It was 1 hour straight, but you had to get it in two different channels.
I got you.
It
Okay.
didn't like start of a different show. No, it was 1 hour straight.
So if
So
you
this was
watch the
part of the
shortened
first
version,
hour.
do you know if they mashed some of those matches
No,
into the first part?
no,
Oh, they didn't do it like a Raw where they cut
no.
some stuff out.
They don't cut.
Oh,
Hulu does not cut SmackDown or NXT.
okay,
The only
got
one
you.
that gets cut is Raw because it's 3 hours.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay.
But you had in the Cameron Grimes match, you probably would have missed because it lasted like 3 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Who did he
Like
fight? You remember?
Sean Maluda,
Oh, really? Oh,
and
yeah. I
then
saw him in the back in the during the
yeah,
brawl.
and then he
Okay.
ran up to him and he got stomped and he got pinned.
Damn.
Roger Strong defeats Velveteen Dream, which was also another amazing match. I was a little mad that Velveteen Dream lost the
Me
match, but
too.
it
I
was
cried a
such a
little
great
bit
match though.
inside. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie,
yeah, it was
but
such an amazing
the
match though.
prophecy was fulfilled.
Yeah. So now you have the dominant undisputed era Raw 4 championships on NXT, which is I think a great, especially going forward in the next live show. Next live show is going to be the same thing. It's going to be the first hour on USA, second hour is going to be on the network. After that, the following week is going to go all 2 hours on USA.
I'm calling it now. Undisputed Era. For as short of a time they've been a thing, they are becoming to me this generation's Four Horsemen.
Oh, easily.
Like they are so good. They even
Yeah.
have a little inner turmoil, you know what I'm saying? But they
Yeah.
iron it out. And it's just like, damn it. They're all good on the mic. They all can wrestle in unique ways. They all
It was,
damn it. So good.
another match that was really good. It was Pete Dunne versus Arturo Rudas.
Hmm.
That was a really good match. I like Arturo Rudas. I like his like a capoeira kick he does. That shit looks devastating every time he catches people with it. But Pete Dunne and his fingers, man, so mean, so mean.
Oh man,
Man,
just
just looking at it, like I know it's choreographed and all. I know, but it doesn't look good. It still
ask
look like I hurt.
ask Angel Garza. He got
Yeah,
some.
man, that's just painful.
Shit.
Yeah, Zia Lin versus Aaliyah with her sixth version of her theme music.
Oh man, did she
Uh,
win or did she lose?
she lost.
Was it Vanessa Bummer?
Yeah,
All
they
right.
look great, but Zia Lin looks like they building up on her. She did have a little botch, but other than that, she had a great match.
Okay. She is a
Um,
fucking superhero. Like a real life, when you see her
yeah,
story and stuff, like, because NXT does their deep dives and whatnot, and when you hear her story, she's like legitimately some type of just martial arts prodigy slash superhero. The
yeah,
way she trains and stuff,
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
You have Kushida stepping up to Walter for the UK Championship, and Imperium making their debut into NXT TV.
Yo, can I ask you a question?
Yeah,
Did you notice the little when shortly thereafter this, when they had the Killian Dane street fight, right?
yeah,
Did you notice the little interaction that him and that Killian Dane had with the German dude?
yeah, yeah,
Like they balanced each other.
yeah.
Like I like that. That was cool. He's
I
like,
did
I'm
the
saying,
Imperium. Imperium is gonna be NXT. I bet you any money bet War Games Imperium versus Undisputed Era. That's money right there.
yeah. All right,
Um,
print
yep.
it.
But Kushida is gonna fight Walter for the UK Championship soon. It looks like they're building into that maybe for the next takeover.
Shout outs to the. There was a tweet that went up. I think it was yesterday. Shout out to the moving graphics returning.
Yeah,
The little intros for the wrestlers. They have the
yeah,
graphics back from like SmackDown circa like 90 something.
yeah.
All right,
So
go ahead.
notable things for NXT live event. They took out the ramp. They don't have a ramp.
Yeah, I see. I see. So now they can toss each other further.
Yeah, and I think
Happy.
it looks good anyway. It was a live show. It was a live crowd. The crowd was all into the show, so it was made it more entertaining. Marlo was on fire. I think NXT is gonna be the show to beat. Like it's gonna be hard to take that one down.
It's hard to match that enthusiasm. The
Yeah,
people want to be there. The commentators are hyped as shit. The wrestlers are fucking putting on pay-per-view level matches every time they go out there. It's just like this is just what it is. NXT is like before it was them trying to prove a point of they were good enough to be on the main roster. Now they're trying to prove a point that they're better.
yeah.
And I like yes.
We have Leo Rush. The return of Leo Rush defeating Orny Larkin. That match was a really good match.
That's a highlight for the week too, dude. Like Leo Rush came back with that badass leather jacket. It looks so
Yeah,
cool with his icon that the what's his thing? The damn it. It's a clock, right? But he
yeah,
has like the man of something the man of the hour.
yeah,
That shit on that coat, it looks badass.
yeah.
And he pulled the W. He beat
Yeah,
Only
he
Larkin.
pulled a W, and that springboard stunner he did was fucking crazy.
That was dope as shit. And
Yeah,
God, yo, Only Larkin fucking he got him in the
yeah.
beginning though.
That gut
Woo!
wrench into a power bomb looked just brutal.
Yes, it did. But that the I don't even know what you call that. The car accident. Those when he throws his body into you.
Yeah,
When you caught him in the beginning with three of those, and then caught him with a running neck breaker. Like
yeah,
only only Lorcan can make a running neck breaker look like it should kill you.
yeah,
That was well, you know what? Part and parcel of Leo Rush because he sold the shit out of that. But God
yeah.
damn,
Another amazing match in NXT. Then Matt Riddle versus Killian Day in the Street Fight, which just ended in chaos. Like the whole roster came out and just fought. You had Imperium and Street Profits and Unforgotten
son,
Sons, and everyone
like
just wanted a piece of each other, which was I think a great way to end the show because you see most of the talent that you're going to be seeing every week on Showcase.
I'm mad. But I liked a little bit of. You could tell certain people were already on sides. The good guys versus the bad guys. Street Profits fought Imperium.
Yeah,
Walter was helping Damo. Excuse me, Killian Dane. Because he had a choice to not do anything and attack Killian Dane. He was like, "Fuck this guy!" Bumped into my table.
yeah,
Fuck that guy.
yeah.
Like what?
Um,
Was it? Spades? Uno?
yeah. Also, some highlighted matches, just because there's so much wrestling going on. 205 Live had Jack Gallagher versus Brian Kendrick
Oh,
and the
that
DQ.
was a
It
good
was a
match.
really solid match. You had Lince Dorado versus Davari, which was a solid match. And you also had the main event of Tony Nese versus Oni Lorcan. Tony Nese winning the match.
Yes.
And that was
And
a
the stipulation for that Leo Rush Only Larkin match was, I believe, they got added to the number one contendership.
okay.
They never
So
did before.
we got that. And also NXT UK debuted a different ring wrestling called the British Rounds match, which is pretty much kind of like a UFC kind of style, which they run in rounds.
Okay.
So
Cool
this was
shit.
what I was talking about, I think last week, where I was saying that UK might add another belt, and
Hmm.
it might be for this match.
Okay, I got you.
So it was Castiglione versus Sid Scala for the historic Browns match, and Oni Lorcan, the Ono beat the shit out of his ass. Oni Lorcan is gonna, Ono is gonna fight again, and so far, I think the next opponent that I saw kind of in the preview is Jack Gallagher.
I was about to say, Jack Gallagher, that match is made for him.
Yeah, so they're gonna. I think British Rounds thing is gonna be a tournament. I think it's gonna be something that's gonna be made belt in NXT UK.
Okay, good
It'll be
stuff.
interesting. Impact tried to do it, but they gave up on it too fast.
Okay,
They did it with the Grand Slam Championship, which was a round base title.
got you.
So, yeah, that's our weekend wrestling. Like again, I honestly will say the women stole the show this week. I think that 4-way was my match of the week, but I think NXT itself stole the show. Period.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Shout outs to people talking shit this week. Shout outs to Kenny Omega and the Young
Yeah.
Bucks talking shit.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Dolph Ziggler talking shit about Goldberg. Shout outs to wrestlers being wrestlers, man. Like,
Yeah.
I'm loving it. Wrestling is doing good right now.
All the doodle talking.
I love it. I love it.
Some I've been kind of backed up with the podcast. I just listened to the Major Wrestling Figure podcast. It was a really fun episode. Definitely check that out.
That was a good. I love Kurt Hawkins. Heath Slater impression. Come on, man.
Yeah. Who's Lucy?
Oh shit.
Um, I did a little finger hunt this week. I kind of showed you. So this week I was actually we went to Jersey on Thursday, me and Jackie, and went to the Walmart there. They only had basics. They didn't even have none of the deletes or anything like that. So I was a little disappointed. So Friday morning I went to go pick up my Zelda game, which I'll talk about more on the It's Guest Badass Rarecast. But I went to pick up the Zelda game, and I actually picked up the Nintendo Switch Lite, which I'm hoping there's a wrestling game coming out for it. I need a wrestling game
Is
for it.
Fire Pro off the Switch?
No,
I know.
you know what? That would be a perfect game for the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be a perfect game. Anyway, so I got my hands on of some Elite 69 figures, which I saw the Bobby Lashley, and I'm like, yo, dude, if that's next week, I'll probably grab it.
Nice.
But they had
nice.
the Elite 69 was in Forbidden Planet. If you're looking to get those figures,
Oh,
they had Ali in yellow. I have the Ali. I have the Ali Chase. I have the red one, and that's the one I wanted. So I didn't really care for the yellow one. I don't like yellow. Like I just don't like yellow.
that was my least favorite later.
Yeah.
Banana.
No one like. I never was a crazy about yellow. So if it was the blue that he had when he first started doing the light thing, I would have got that. But it
Gotcha.
wasn't. I liked it the blue. So I got that. I got Tommaso Ciampa, which I should have got signed, but I didn't get signed. I got my belt signed instead because I didn't want to carry everything because I had the belt in my bag and I couldn't fit the figure, and I didn't want to lose it because I couldn't fit it in my book bag. So I just let him stay keeping it home. Maybe next time if he actually is there, I'll get him to sign a figure as well. But
Nice.
I got Tommaso Ciampa, I got the Hokage Miz, and I got Ricochet.
Yeah.
I picked those up at Forbidden Planet. Forbidden
Keep 'em
Planet
away.
just made a bigger wrestling figure section too, which I'm actually
Well,
very excited
I'm
about.
I'm not surprised because of the popularity, man.
Yeah, it's getting bigger and bigger. Like I'm surprised. Like again, like the Major Wrestling Figure podcast is really strong. Like it,
Almost
I
to
have,
50,000. Make sure you
yeah,
support.
I have I support the Patreon. That's like the only Patreon I support is theirs, and it's $10 a month, and I get the podcast early and shit like that. So usually I listen to podcasts like on Monday or Tuesday before it comes out on Friday. and they're really good dudes. I like what they do. I like the information they give, and I like the historic podcast they do. Like they did one for the Patreon users for all the Bone Crusher, the history of the Bone Crushers, history of the Hasbros. They did a lot of things like that. It's Patreon exclusive and things like that. So if you are into wrestling figures and you like to listen to what they have to do, and check out their podcast. Join their Patreon. It's only $10 a month, and they have a lot of exclusive stuff, and it's a good.
They'll
It's
call
a good.
you.
Yeah, if you buy
I
T-shirts,
love how
they'll
they
call
say
you.
mad people don't pick up the phone though.
Yeah,
Played that guy's answering message.
yeah,
It's pretty funny. Uh
yeah. So definitely check those out. But yeah, I did a little WWE figure hunting, and I got three. I got the Hokage Miz, which is the red Miz with the Naruto headband. I think the WrestleMania. I think he wore WrestleMania.
she did. That was when he debuted that big thick leather jacket.
Yeah, I call it. Xavier Woods calls it Hokage Miz
Okage.
because he looks
He's
like a
the
Hokage. So yeah, yeah. So that's what I picked up this week. I was very happy with it. The rest I will talk about on the Gets Better Surecast. I just pre-ordered the SmackDown edition of the WWE 2K20. I will probably have an unboxing for that when the time comes. It comes out in about 3 weeks.
okay.
Not a lot of gameplay shown lately. They just show like the entrance and shit like that, but not like full gameplay or anything like that. It does look good. It's just that there's things I just want to see before I even purchase it.
Okay. Okay. That is interesting.
Yeah.
I think a game like that could in today's climate, it could have used a beta
Yeah.
to get a lot of fan feedback and stuff. Like I think that's the thing that I'm just gonna be honest. That's what that type of game needs nowadays.
Yeah.
It needs more.
I feel like sport games in general should do that. In general, just to get the kinks out, the online servers
Yeah.
going. Uh, what things you could possibly fix that's inside the system, not having to change the whole game.
Before we get off the subject, I'll give you an example of something that happened this week, and I'll talk more about it
Yeah.
in detail on the second podcast. But uh, Capcom Monster Hunter Iceborne just came out,
Yeah.
and not even a week later, that game did maybe three betas leading up to no, actually four betas leading up to the release of the game. Right? It's just an expansion, but this is an example.
Yeah.
They did four betas. They asked specifically on social media for fan feedback, and when the game came out this past weekend, they actually did a questionnaire, and then they gave you the link to go to their to fill it out,
Yeah.
and they asked you for input.
Yeah. That
And
sounds like that's what all games should do.
yeah, Sega started doing that recently for the Yakuza games. I don't know if you remember those.
Yeah. Yeah.
They did
The
one.
survey.
Yeah, so they're doing more targeted surveys.
Yeah.
So I think this is something that 2K games should get into for the wrestling series a lot, because fans say they love the series, but there's always this here sucks, or that here
Yeah.
is not that great. So they should do betas. I believe they really.
I feel like that should be in sports games in general, like not just WWE. And I'm not gonna point them out directly. It should be sport games in general because you see a declining of people buying the game because you haven't fixed things that people want. Like honestly, the NBA 2K20, I heard the biggest problem is the association, the franchise. They haven't done shit to it. It's still
Really?
the
See how
same shit, and that's what bothers me. It was like those are the gameplay things I like to play. Like I like to play the association. I like to build my own teams and shit like that. But if it's still the same shit, I'll just pay last year's.
Gotcha.
I could get the updated. I could get an updated roster easily. Like, everyone fucking makes updated rosters all the time. So you could just stay on the same gear, and if you like that gameplay, keep that gameplay.
Mhm.
So and that's the same thing with WWE games. I think you need to have a more of a fan feedback besides the people like messaging you saying what they want from the game instead of you have to interact and it's like, hey, this is what we're trying to do. Check this out. And if you like, and it should be early. Like, show us a demo at January just to get the kinks out and like what could be better, what could be worse, and things like that. I think your game will be a lot better if you do it, and I think we'll be more forgiving if you need more time to do it as well.
And it just in general, it does help build a sense of you care about the community
Yeah,
when you do these things, because yeah, they might be a bit of a hassle to get it together for people to because remember, they're free.
yeah,
That's the thing. People are like, you want to give it out for free? You're asking for free shit. Like,
yeah.
but at the end of the day, this is giving it to the loyal fans who are going to be the ones to buy the game, and they're going to be the ones to give you the most honest input. They're not just going to say the most basic thing. They're
Yeah.
going to tell you something that's deep in the game, that's flawed.
Yeah.
So like, if you have a specific, thing that like you can't stand, and they keep doing it, you would then be able to play the beta, see that thing, and be like, okay, this has to go.
Yeah.
And from if the fans as a whole can get through to them and say this has to go, more often than not, people will listen
Yeah.
nowadays. Like that's what it
Exactly.
shows nowadays. People do listen to, well,
Yeah.
when they do it. That's
Yeah.
only if they do. So
And then you also have AEW making the game in the horizon. Again, there's rumors of the AKI rejoining to make the game, but I have a feeling it's gonna
fingers
be
crossed.
Ukes. I think it's gonna be Ukes that's gonna be doing their game because Ukes and Omega been in talks as well. They've been on Twitter with each other.
You split off and they want to do
Yeah.
their own thing. And it's
Yeah.
just like I don't trust them.
I didn't care for their. I don't like their engine. Like they did their engine with Rumble Roses. You remember?
No, that was
That
that
was
they
Ukes.
used the AKI engine. That's the problem.
No, they didn't. They used the SmackDown engine.
That was based off of AKI.
No, that
There was a
was
lot of
Ukes. That was SmackDown.
no, the 2012 um okay, when AKI was brought over, they were actually still a part of the whole thing. So that style of grappling that was like in Here Comes the Pain,
Yeah.
that was a one-to-one to that game.
Okay.
But that still had the lineage from them absorbing those remaining AKI people. That
Yeah.
was like, oh, there's still something here that a lot of people like the gameplay.
Yeah.
And then after that, that's when they changed to that whole thing where you had to do the back and forth with the counter system. When they changed the
Yeah.
counter system and stuff,
Yeah.
once they did all that, that legacy stuff was gone.
Yeah. We
Like
need. We,
build on somebody else's shit,
yeah.
and you know what? It wasn't great.
Yeah. All right. I guess this is it. This is where we'll wrap it up. This is the Wrestling Babble podcast, live on Twitch TV. Please follow us on Twitch TV. Just give us a follow. Helps us to build this thing as a regular thing. We're trying to get over 100 so we can be affiliate. So if you give us a follow, it'll help us out a lot. Follow us on all our social medias. I'm the Mark with the Mic on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, Twitch TV, YouTube, and SoundCloud. All Mark with the Mic. All our podcasts, all our videos, and all our gameplay games are in there. And also the Red Cycle Inc. That's our main source of everything. You can follow that on Facebook, the Red Cycle Inc. page, and the Wrestling Babble page. You can follow it on Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, WordPress,
On Instagram, we out
Instagram.
there.
And,
Special Delivery Jones, y'all.
Yeah. And what else? And you got one more, and I can't think of it. Yeah. Follow everything. Red Cycle Inc.
No excuses. You know what it is.
No excuses. Again, we're still working on things of maybe getting T-shirts and things like that. That may happen in given time. Maybe mainly for us, and then we'll start doing it little by little. But please give us a like, follow on this Twitch TV. We're trying to build this into a community, and little by little we get in there. So
But feedback.
Yes.
Please say
feedback.
something.
Feedback.
Just communicate. Like if you got stuff, if you listen to maybe like 10 minutes and you heard something we said and was like, I don't agree with that. Well, tell us why.
Yeah,
Don't just scream at us, but tell us why.
Exactly.
Wanna talk?
Again, like I said, check out the women's matches all this week. The women stole the show this week. I'm very big fans of all of them. So
Hashtag bring back evolution.
yes, Evolution. Bring back Evolution. We need a women's pay per view. I am all for that. I'm tired of
They
these
good.
dudes. I'm tired of these damn monster among men bastards. Just keep the women. Just have the women do a pay per view.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Peace out, laters, and stay tuned for It Gets Better at Swear podcast, also live on Twitch TV. Give us a follow and everything like that. Peace out, laters.